Getting closer to the deadline of the CPD provision. So the 31st of May, it's the last date of recording your CPD hours for your competency acceptance. CPD is to keep abreast of what is happening in an industry, especially in your role as a client-facing individuals. We're talking to reps, we're talking to financial advisors, we're talking to key individuals within the industry, and any other practitioners who are required by the regulator to record their CPD hours. As IISA, we do have programs where we offer CPD activities. We've got online e-learning online programs that individuals can register and do their CPD hours. All our programs are phase CPD hours, as we would term it in the industry, or they are regulatory CPD hours, because what we're looking at programs that are relevant to what is currently happening in an industry, that are market trends, that are regulatory updates, that talks to risk, that talks to the technology, the updates on the technology on the industry. So all our programs factor for such things, and they are then in line what is required by the regulator. To be compliant with your CPD, so you need 18 hours, depending on the type of the role that you are assigned to. But 18 hours, that's the number of hours that individuals need. There's different programs. So if you do it through us online, we also have professional readings that individuals can go through to accumulate their CPD hours. But the important thing about recording your CPD hours or embarking on the CPD programs is to ensure that the programs that you're embarking on are relevant to your role. So please do not just do any other events or any other activities by just trying to collect CPD hours. Please ensure that the CPD programs or activities that you embarked on are relevant to your role, because at the end of the day, these are the programs that you need to ensure that you keep abreast on what is happening in your field or on what is happening in your line of business. Because whatever information that you acquire on that, it's to make sure that you equip and give information to your clients. So programs need to be relevant. Not any other programs will earn you CPD hours, but ensure that they are relevant to your programs and they're in line with what you need to do. It says it's representatives from the business, key individuals need to do that, financial advisors need to do this, or any other roles that your compliance officer will say this deemed to get CPD hours, because you need to comply. It is relevant for your business. If you don't comply, the regulator will take action. So all the CPD events to be recognized by the regulator, they need to be accredited by a professional body. So as IISA being an accredited professional body, we do get CPD events that needs to be accredited by us. So what do we look at when we accredit the events? So we need to ensure that the event is relevant. We need to ensure that there's hours allocated to that event. We also need to ensure that those events are industry-related events, because according to the regulator, qualifications do not form part of the CPD. So if you are studying toward the qualifications, you cannot earn CPD hours that are relevant to the regulatory CPD hours. But those CPD hours will be relevant to professional members. If you are a professional member, you will then be allocated CPD hours on that. So what do we look for? We need to ensure that they are relevant, there are hours allocated to it, and they can be verifiable. What do we mean by verifiable? So if you are attending an event, you need to ensure that you produce your identification. You produce you sit in for the duration of that event. So you need to be able to prove that you attended the event. One ways of proving that you attended an event, you need to sign in for the event. You need to sign out so that we can then look at the time that you qualify to get that full hour or that full hours that the event was accredited for. But the important things when you attend events or when you embark on CPD, ensure that the CPD events or activities are accredited by a professional body. In this case, it could be the Insurance Institute of South Africa. When ensuring again that the event organizers, they issue you with a certificate of attendance that you've attended the event, and your certificate needs to mention the number of CPD hours that were allocated or accredited for, and it needs to have your identification, because we need to verify that you are the person that attended the event. If you are a member of the IISA, you will then upload your CPD certificate into your profile, which we will then approve from our side. Once you are approved, your hours will be then allocated to your profile. So that's how you can monitor if you are still in line with the 18 hours that you need to acquire. So it's easy. If you are a member, log into your profile and track your CPD hours. So if you still need to accumulate more CPD hours, we've got e-learning programs that you can embark on. All this information is available on our website. We've got a learning center calendar where you can view and book events. We've got events that will run for the whole year. So now we're looking at till end of May. So we do have events that you can register for to make sure that you stick to your CPD hours. So there is means and platforms of you complying with the 18 hours that is needed on your CPD hours. For record keeping, if you are a member of the IISA, we keep records for you. So before the end of a cycle, we can issue you with a certificate that shows how many hours you have accumulated. You don't even have to wait for the end of the cycle. Now you can track and see how many hours you've already accumulated and how many hours you still need to accumulate, because that report will be then required by your compliance officer. If you're not doing it online on our platforms, but you're a member, you've attended an external event, you still need to require to log in your event on our portal to track your CPD hours. Who do we track for? We track for our professional members, we track for our CPD affiliates who are employees of our corporate partners. So all our corporate partners, they can have easy access to the portal to be able to check for their records or the records of their employees that who still need to acquire. So you can easily track that are your members compliant, are your employees compliant in terms of CPD, because all members will have access to the portal to easily access their profiles. So, but the important thing is log in your events that you attend. If they are internal done through IISA, you don't need to log in that, because we log those automatically from our side. The ones that will require you to often upload or record is the external events, whether done by your employer or you've attended an external event. Ensure that you get proof. So proof could come in different forms. So it could be a certificate of attendance, or they will send you an email that will show you how many hours you've recorded. But please ensure that you record that on our portal so that you track your records, where you're sitting in terms of the numbers.